How's it? Against my better judgment, I've decided to do a weird survival episode. Another
Good.
wilderness, build shelter, catch fish, eat fish, whatever. I might not even catch fish, might have to eat worms. Anyway, we're surviving. Let's go. Can't go that way. What's in there, Salty? Don't even have to build a hut, you could just sleep in there. Welcome to the jungle. Just looking for some food. There's no food over there. We'll go have a look over here. This is supplejack. The stuff not only makes a really good fire starter, the dead supplejack that is, you can eat the tips on it. The fresh tips, it's a favourite food of deer too, so you've got to be quick to get the tips before the deer get them. You can also, right next to us, rata vine. This rata vine makes really good kindling as well. I'm really tired. I hate survival stuff. You get exhausted, just want to eat the dogs. There's actually quite a bit of food around, like this stuff. This isn't edible. It's quite pleasant. You can just eat the very core of the plant. And it's a good source of carbs. There's heaps of it round. It's very pleasant tasting. It's better than cabbage tree because it's softer. Anyway, let's go catch fish. Woo! I'm a bit knackered already actually. That's the problem with not eating, is your liver runs out of glucose and then your energy levels take a dive. This is one thing they don't show you on these survival wilderness challenge things, how tired you get, how quickly. I guess because people must take snacks and stuff. And yeah, it's no fun. Anyway, surviving is no fun. So I'm going to build a little hut here. This is good. It's got a roof. Guess I can eat the dogs if I run out of food. Which one would you eat first? I'd probably eat Salty. I mean Diesel. I'd keep Salty. Salty's the good dog. My favourite dog. Whoa, look at the sun. It's like heaven's opening up there. Look real good. Looks pretty good. Nice. I'll scoop a little flat bit out. Put some underbody insulation there. That's probably the main thing you're looking for, is insulation from the bottom and protection from the rain. So I'm just going to bang a bunch of bloody wood over here to protect me from the dew. And if it rains, which it's not forecast to, but we're on the west coast, so it might bloody rain, I don't know. If it rains, I'll still be relatively dry under there. It's actually raining out at sea right now. This is going to be my underbody insulation here. Keep the cold and the damp coming up, making me wet, miserable. It's not the most comfortable mattress, but it should be pretty warm. I've used these a few times over the years to sleep on. Usually cut a bunch of tussock and grass and put it on top. I'll probably cut a heap of flax leaves and just lay them on there to make it a bit more comfy. Be a nice cozy place. I'd rather go in the bush up on a ridgeline because it's warmer on a ridgeline, but the problem is there's not an abundance of wood, of dead wood up on the ridgeline, and I'd have to waste even more energy chopping wood up, and I'm just going to stay on the beach, which is going to be cold, but I'll be just fine. I've got woolen clothing and a hoodie and all the rest of it. got polypro under my pants too, so I might be a bit chilly, but comfort's the main thing. I want it to be warm and comfortable. Whew. Oh. Definitely going to bring a bloody pillow next time I do one of these things, because I won't be able to use my jacket because I'll be wearing all my jackets and everything. I'm going to have to get a hunk of wood for a pillow, or a dog. Salty, come here. Come here. Good girl, come on. Right down there. Ah. Oh, it's good. Stop moving. Hey, stop kicking me. Stay there. Sit down. You're a bad dog. Sit. Sit. Fuck. Smells a bit funny down this end, but oh, I just wanted to get dark so I can go to bed. I'm exhausted. If it rains, I'm in trouble. But if it doesn't rain, this will keep the dew off and keep me relatively dry. Go get some dinner. When cutting the flax, someone told me, some Māori fella, that you got to cut the outside ones first. Something about the mother and the papa, or the sisters or the brothers. I can't remember if you cut the mum and dad out or you cut the sisters, but if you just take the outside leaves, it leaves the inside leaves to keep growing, and then it won't kill the plant. I just try to take that one as well. This stuff here makes mean as tinder and kindling. Is really good. You can scrape the outside layer off, and then you can use the flat of your knife to make a powder. The outer layer of the flax stalk makes awesome tinder, but it can be a bit damp, so I like to scrape a whole bunch of it and then chuck it in my pocket for a couple of hours, let it dry up before I go to start a fire. I generally like to scrape this outer layer here for tinder, and then carve up the inner layer into little slices of kindling to get the fire going, and then just jam all that into your pocket. Not too tight, otherwise it won't dry out. You want it kind of loosely jammed in there, if that makes sense. Joining flax. This is a knot I use for joining ropes, and it's a quick and easy knot to tie. It's the sheep bend. You can do a single sheep bend or a double sheep bend. The double sheep bend's probably a bit more secure. When I tie flax together, I just use a single sheep bend for the thick ends, and I'll tie thick to thick and skinny to skinny. So a single sheep bend for the thick end, because that's all you need, and then a double sheep bend for the skinny end. This is also a really good knot to tie ropes together of different thicknesses. Works really good. And the thinner rope is the one that you wrap around the thicker rope, if that makes sense. Sheep bend. Found our fry pan. Just need to catch fish now. This is a pretty useless technique at the best of times, but we're going to give it a go. I know there's blue cod out here, and those things are garbage guts. They'll eat bloody anything, so we just need to find some limpet for bait, or worm in the forest, or whatever we can find. Chuck it out there, and if there's blue cod kicking around these rocks, which there should be, they'll swallow it. Give them a slack line, I'm hoping they'll swallow it right down, and then it'll get caught in their guts. Better to bring a bloody fish hook though, because this doesn't work very often. You can catch fish using this technique, but man, it's really challenging. last I've got a wee stopper knot there. Now it's a bit of a fine line using these gut hooks, which essentially these are. So the idea is the fish swallows it whole and then it gets caught in his guts or behind his gills or in his throat. So you've got to have it big enough so that it will fit down the fish's throat, but not too big, and if it's too small it's not going to get caught in the fish's throat either. So it'll only work for one size fish, which is a bit of a bugger. So ideally you'd want multiple pieces coming off, so you up your chances of catching different size fish, if that makes sense. So I'm going to set multiple baits on here and then hopefully that'll catch us a fish. Come up with a good idea here and just chuck clove hitches on the main line, and then I can quickly tie multiple hooks on here. Bloody hell, I need to get around there to get the limpets off the rocks. So I need to cross this bloody river and go through that cave to get around the corner to take my pants off. Not happy about this, it's going to be waist deep. You girls stay there. Holy shit. Oh, you give me nuts or what? Woo! Oh, the things I do for you fellas, eh? Holy shit. Right, I don't really want to drown in a cave. It's pretty cool in here. Till the waves come in. What a spot. Pretty incredible part of the country. This whole west coast down here. Wow, look at this. Be awesome to find some gold in one of these caves. Pirate treasure. Pretty awesome. I can see my bait on the rocks there. I'll smash a few of those off and go catch a fish. These are just like power, they're actually really good eating. I'll probably eat a bunch of these tonight too, I'd say. Filled my pockets up. I should have bought one of my gumboots and chucked them in there. Or something else to carry them in, because my jacket's going to smell like bloody limpets. But limpets are really good eating. Limpets are real good eating. They're like power, just mini power essentially. And if you can find a place that's remote, secluded, there's a whole heap of them. Good survival food. I had to get around the rocks and through that cave before the tide comes in, or I'll be climbing over the bloody bluff to get back to my boots and pants. I've been gathering the limpets for about 40 minutes now at the other end of the beach, and I didn't realise the time would go by and the tide's coming in. Have to boost it when I get the gap. I don't really want to get wet in here. Ha. Girls. Having a few problems trying to get my line out far enough. So I've put the bait just behind the breakers, which is the best place for it, I think, because that's where the food's getting stirred up. Don't want it too far out or too close in. Just a couple of meters out behind those breakers is probably optimal. And there's a few rocks out there too, so we'll just wait for a bloody blue cod to swallow it now. Not bloody working, I'm getting bites, but I'm not hooking anything. They're just coming in, biting it, and then that's it. Bit frustrating, so I kind of knew this technique was a bit shit. Really need them to swallow it, but because there's so much swell, if I chuck it out and then the sinker drops off like I tried before, it just washes it down the beach. So we're gonna cheat, we're gonna put a bloody hook on here. Preparation. Oh, where'd my bait go? Ah, just dropped the hook. Lost the bloody hook, line and sinker. It's gone because of the waves smashing the line on the beach. The knots worked itself undone and I've lost my only bloody hook, so I think we'll just go try catch an eel later on tonight for a feed. Don't need a hook to catch an eel. I've decided to make my door this side because the wind's going to be blowing from the northeast that way, so I'll be blowing smoke away from my shelter and not into my shelter. That's something to think about if you're going to have a fire. Which way is that bloody wind going to be going when it gets dark? Ooh. Look at that stuff there is dry as a bone and it's just going to explode into flames when I shower some sparks at it. no idea how long this is going to take, so I'm just going to tie the other end of this to that tree over there, so when that eel starts tugging I can come down and rip them in. I'm going to light another fire on the beach up here instead of walking all the way back down to the bloody camp, and then I'll cook the eel here and then walk back in the dark, I guess, unless I get one quickly. See how it goes. Right, let's tie this to that bloody tree. Sweet. Whew. Gonna have feed limpets. Thank goodness for limpets. I'm pretty bloody hungry, but without the limpets, she'd be a hard yakka. I'll be eating the bloody dog biscuits. Bloody limpets, got sand on them because there was sand in my pocket. Don't want to eat a sandy limpet. Limpets for dinner. Pretty lucky to have the limpets. They're good eating. Or rain coming. See those clouds? That means rain. 48 hours. I wasn't even going to bring dog biscuits. I was just going to feed my dogs with the carcass of the fish that I caught, and the crayfish and the paua in knee deep water, but it's been none of those, just limpets and bloody flax, whatever you call that stuff. Eat it, eat it, eat it. They are really, really tasty. I'm going to go scrape another 100 off and eat them. So good. They're essentially just a mini paua. I'm almost tempted to eat the dog biscuits that I put in my pocket for the dogs. A bit of luck. I'll catch an eel. Nothing yet. It's all bloody dark. It's almost dark. Far out. I should just go raid Charlie's food. The deal was he'd come film me if he got to stay in his tent and eat food. Maybe I'll do that after dark. Okay. You can live on this stuff, it's quite pleasant, but it's not a bloody crayfish or a steak sandwich or a smoked eel or a flounder or a roasted possum. No possums down there because of all the 1080. Well, I haven't seen bugger or sign. That'd be good. Tasty possum. I'm going to roast it and make it more appealing. It's a little bit better. Warmed up, softens a wee bit.
Let's go like that up, see how he sleeps. I had a great sleep. Yo! Good morning.
Can we go home now? Survival sucks. Is that a yes?
Yeah, let's go.
Did you bring me a coffee?
I thought you had already made one.
Out of what? My coffee beans. Oh man, my hands were cold last night, eh? Bring gloves. Next time you do survival stuff, bring gloves. It's so shit having to sleep with pockets and hands in pockets and then no wooden pillow, and it was just shit. At least there was no mosquitoes down there, but it took me basically all night to get to sleep, and I just fell asleep, and then Charlie turned up. I was using the dog as a pillow though, which was good. That worked. They kept wriggling, and might have pink eye later on, I don't know, we'll see. 'Cause every time I went like that to snuggle up, I'd put... We won't go there. And that fire actually was almost out by the time I got back. So I got it roaring again, crawled into my bloody flax bed, and yeah, it was pretty shit. It's good to have all of these layers of oilskin and everything, but because these sleeves are not super long, I kept getting cold wrists, so I'd have to put my hands in my pocket. And I don't sleep like that, I sleep with my hands up here, usually under my head or over my head. So it was pretty miserable. I think I'm going to bring a t-shirt next time that I can stuff with whatever, with some soft gauze and make a pillow. Or something, I don't know, some grass. There's not really any grass here, there's only that spiky marram grass shit, which is really good for insulation, but it's no good for a pillow. Bloody hell. Yeah, winter survival was miserable as my left boot's still a bit wet and damp too, which didn't help. I had a wool sock on, but it was still not toasty and warm, just 1 foot. It's a hard one, eh? Do you sit around on the fire and dry your boots out, or do you go and try get a feed of eel or whatever? Can't believe I couldn't catch an eel. What's for breakfast? I'm just going to live on fresh air and sunshine. Can't believe I couldn't catch a bloody eel. I'm going to move upstream into the swamp and set up another camp. At least I'll have eels to eat. And try find a old rotten log or somewhere I can build a waterproof shelter, because there is rain coming. That shelter ain't going to cut it on the beach. We're off to greener pastures with my rope. I might actually make a hawser twist one up tonight. Takes ages to make traditional rope unless you make a jig. You can make a jig with fork sticks. Me and the dogs, we've got 2 dog biscuits left, so we're going to have to catch a eel tonight or something. We'll catch an eel further up in the swamp with my limpets, pocket full of limpets, couple of dog biscuits. Life's good except for swamp. This is where I should have bloody come eeling, up here. Look, it's got to be an eel living in there. Eh? Eel? Go on, get in there.